let's get down to business. I've got an interview here with a man who claims to be the one and only Jonathan Nolan.
Is this thing working? Hello. Excuse me. Thank you.
And apparently, this man has got a thing or two to say about the upcoming Odyssey movie made by his brother, Christopher Nolan. So, let's bring the man in himself. So, the man who claims to be the one and only Jonathan Nolan.
Yes, thank you for having me, Mr. ScotsThinker.
What do you have to say about your brother's recent contribution to filmmaking via adapting Homer's Odyssey?
Thanks for having me on the show.
Jonathan is your name, right?
It's Jonathan. People refer to me as Jonathan Nolan.
Go on.
Right, so, anyway, I'm glad to announce that my brother's been working on the Odyssey, this long-anticipated adaptation of this classic piece of...
Sorry, is it Johnny?
I already told you before, it's not
right.
Johnny, it's not Jono, it's Jonathan. Just go by the full name, please, Jonathan Nolan. Anyway, I wanted to inform you just that this Odyssey movie, from what I've heard, it sounds very promising. It's not just an adaptation of this Greek classic. It's going to be the official sequel to that Troy movie with Brad Pitt and Peter O'Toole. It was made way back when, the 2000s, and I think it was the 2000s, if I remember correctly. So we're gonna basically make a sequel to that, and we're making this movie the Bourne Odyssey. Yes, the Bourne Odyssey. We're going to have it so that Jason Bourne uses the time travel mechanics from Interstellar to travel back in time, like they do in that Superbook series, or like Back to the Future, and he's gonna cosplay as the official Odyssey man himself. So he's gonna go around, and it's gonna be like Endgame. He's gonna collaborate with Spider-Man. Yep, we've got Peter Parker, Spider-Man in there. We've got that one woman from Black Panther. She's the wild robot. You would recall. We have the Punisher there too. Yep, the Punisher's gonna make it. So we're gonna have some great moral back and forth between Peter Parker and Punisher in regards to who gets to live, who gets to die, and Punisher's going to get quite irritated in regards to, deja vu back on Daredevil, because, it's kind of funny that Kingpin was originally a Spider-Man villain, so it's kind of going full circle with Punisher, if you know what I mean. So, we got Chani from the Dune series in there. You see, after the events of Dune Part 2, Chani used worm juice to empower a time machine to travel back to Earth's history, and that's why she's there too. She's having trouble with her relationship with Paul Muad'Dib, so she's gonna make out with Peter Parker. Just thought I'd throw that out there. and we're also we're getting some other people in there. We got that one guy from we got Batman in there too. We've got Batman played by Robert Pattinson. The first ever crossover between DC and Marvel. Forget all the other headlines about DC and Marvel. This is the okay, let me elaborate. This is the first ever DC and Marvel collaboration made by Christopher Nolan. He's branching out from Marvel to DC. I mean, it might not be the first, by memory. And we got some other great stuff in there. This Bourne Odyssey movie, it's gonna be epic. There's gonna be chase scenes. There's gonna be parkour elements. There's gonna be lots of practical effects, minimal use of CGI, as you know. It's gonna be heartwarming. It's gonna be heartfelt. It's gonna be Christopher Nolan's most epic crossover movie yet.
I feel so deeply moved by this. Johnny, Jonathan, my boy. Can we dance?
Oh yeah. I'd be happy to dance. Yeah.